Can we have it if it was already a thing that men eat? Like if it's a thing that men deem okay to eat, if we turned it into a soup, can we have it? Is it okay to eat it if it used to if it had a family?
Oh, no. I think if you can shoot it, you can soup it.
I can't wait to eat pigeon soup.
Mm.
You're listening to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers with your hosts Greg Behrendt and Kane Holloway.
Hello, welcome to Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. I'm Kane Holloway.
Hi, I'm Greg Behrendt.
We're here.
I'm producer Pat. Hi, I'm producer Pat. I'm the third person in the series of people that says something at the intro. We were doing a no bullshit intro. No bullshit. We were going into it. I don't even know what to say. Kane came out like a monster, said his name. I said mine.
I never intro myself.
My trailer tractor drove through the space.
I don't normally introduce myself.
Well, now you have to, Pat. You absolutely have to.
Yeah.
Remember this.
I get being surprised by it the first time. But this is like the third.
Fair.
And our patience is now worn down to a nub.
Yeah.
And we're no longer taking it. Obviously, Greg has had it. Look at him. He's in a Champions hoodie. Okay, something bad is happening, and Greg he's not taking this shit anymore. It looks good.
Next time.
Oh man, well, speaking of taking bullshit from fuckers, I have been trying to write some material about my dad's drug problem, and it's not funny, and it's driving me fucking crazy. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out what's funny about my dad's substance abuse problems.
No, and let me come in and tell you that the book that I promised the editors was a book about my troubles and about my addiction and all that. And I said, but it's going to be funny. And it is not funny. And in fact, I hate writing about it.
Yeah.
It's dark. I feel stupid. It's embarrassing. Nothing good happens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have really funny taking too much oxy stories.
I know.
It's pathetic.
I know. It's driving me nuts. So when you think about this kind of stuff, you go down a rabbit hole of memories, and I'm like, oh, maybe this might be funny. And I start telling the audience about how my dad would make up all these illnesses and then have me drive him to the hospital so he could, he went in because he was dizzy. And then he was like, I think I should be hospitalized and I probably should get some morphine. And it's like, you said you were dizzy, I don't think it warrants that. And then I say that out loud to an audience of people. I got a smile on my face and everything. And everyone feels bad for me.
They feel bad for you.
Not what I want.
Yeah, no, audiences they're interesting. They can not be bright sometimes and yet still empathetic.
Yes.
So they're thinking on one level and not another, but it's it's really rare. Like I haven't watched. I watched like 10 minutes of Mulaney's special, and then I just stopped.
Yeah,
I didn't get hooked. But Mighty and Amira watched it all the way through, and they liked it, and they said it was pretty funny. And I guess he talks about his intervention and some of that stuff. Have you seen it? Did you see it, Pat?
I have seen it. Yes.
Did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah.
It was funny.
It was definitely funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so it can be done.
It can be done. I just can't figure out the angle, and I need to come at it. I watched it, and I'm trying to like figure out this level. I don't want to give up on it yet, but that's my big fucker hurdle, is just audiences staring at me, just feeling bad for me.
No, when I was doing cancer stuff, which I thought, oh, I've got this almost a whole new hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went down to one joke, and then I just gave up on it because everybody was worried that I still had
yeah.
You know, when you say you don't have cancer anymore, people are like, he still has cancer. Cancer doesn't just go away.
Yeah. I also have a false sense of what's funny because I'll retell these stories to my sister, and she's like, oh, that is gold. And I'm like, nope, this is a family-only funny thing. This is only funny within the family, where it's like, wasn't that traumatic, and this is the only way we know how to cope?
Right, you're all healing. That's your way of healing, but everybody else is just mortified.
I know.
I'm grateful that they didn't go through the same thing, or you're reminding them that they did go through the same thing.
Yes, also true. Which I was like hoping, you know, like I did this whole thing about how my dad would sniff. He would sniff like either cocaine or he'd cut up pills in the bathroom, and then but we could hear him doing it because we have really we lived in a Rambler and we had really thin walls. We could hear their arguments. We can hear them shitting, and we can hear him sniffing. We can hear him cutting it up. I thought for a couple times I'm like, Dad's making dinner, and he's not in the kitchen.
Right.
Because I'm just hearing chopping and then skirting and then.
You usually don't use a credit card in the kitchen.
You don't. Yeah. I'm going to steal that, and that's going to be part of my act now.
I've never seen anybody on Chopped using a credit card.
That's the other thing that's so annoying about doing this right now is that that's so funny, and I'm so annoyed that you came up with that. And I'm just like, okay, so I'm not funny. I hate writing material because then
you're thinking about it, and I'm not thinking about it. I have the luxury of waiting for you to finish because my job on this show, as is yours and Pat's, is to throw something out there.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it together with the chopping in the kitchen, and then I just happen to be a drug addict who used credit cards a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad that I'm the guy that mentions it, but I'm the fucking drug addict.
Speaking of family, do you guys want to get right to our, unless you have something else to cover, do you want to get right to our letter?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. This one is a long one, but we're going to read it anonymous. This is about some twins, something that we've never covered on this show. My identical twin brother, let's call him Mike, and I were pretty much inseparable growing up, and our whole family is still very close-knit. We're now in our 30s and live in separate cities, but still do a lot of things together and have many friends in common. Unfortunately, things have deteriorated between us lately as Mike has developed a mean-spirited sense of humor that is often directed at me and people I care about, With a healthy dose of racially charged jokes, he also gets highly defensive if anyone makes fun of him in return. Just a few examples that have stuck in my mind. My whole life, I've struggled in dating and relationships. Mike finds this hilarious. And at one point, he bragged about having more sex than me in front of our entire immediate family, including his wife and young children. So I stopped talking to him about dating, and he told a mutual friend I had given up. When I'm complaining to him about literally anything that was bothering me, Mike would say, "Wow, you must have a pretty easy life if a little thing like that is bothering you." If the subject of my complaint took place more than a week prior, he would usually throw in a, "You should stop holding on to past resentments." So I don't talk about that anymore. When I told him I'm worried that I was going to be fired from my professional job, which I ultimately was, Mike laughed and said, if you get fired, our parents will kill you. So I don't talk to him about my work-related anxieties. I told him I like Christmas music because it's unabashedly positive. In an increasingly negative world, he responded, "Then why do you do more than anyone else to make the world a more negative place?" So now when I talk to him, it's all surface level subjects. I can't show any emotional vulnerability, which I can live with. Problem is that being twins, people perceive us as a duo. As much people get mad at me because of his snarky, nasty comments. This came to a head after a blow up involving a mutual friend of ours. I tried to have a civil conversation with Mike about it over FaceTime, and here I will try to replicate his point of view. Mike says, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells every time I'm around you. You're ridiculously sensitive, and really, you're lucky I'm so patient with you after everything you've done to me. You're constantly on my back. At this point, he began ticking off his fingers. Don't make fun of you. Don't make fun of your friends. Don't be so competitive. It's like I can't say anything and it's ridiculous. I responded with, my friends are important to me, just like your family is important to you. You've blown up at me in the past for giving you a hard time about calling your wife too much, and I apologize profusely. And Mike shot back, that was a long time ago. I'm a different person now, and this is who I am. This is the way I communicate with people. So grow up, move on, and get over it. You're telling me that you're telling me what to do, and I hate being told what to do, but you know what? Fine, I'll stop because I always do everything you say. You're welcome. So with the parting shot, things have mostly stabilized between us, though, as I said, our conversations remain strictly surface level, and whenever I give him the chance to dunk on me, he always takes it. He's also started to give the silent treatment. Should I say anything mildly critical of him? This makes the rest of the family uncomfortable, though none are willing to do anything about it because it's between you guys, and we're not getting involved. Now, if he were just a friend, I wouldn't be writing you because I would have stopped talking to him a long time ago. Nobody treats me like that other than him. But since his family and our family is so close, that really isn't an option, even if I was willing to go that far. So do I just have to live like this for the rest of my life? Or is Mike right? Am I too sensitive and need to get over it? Any advice, thoughts you can offer would be greatly appreciated. Thanks, guys. Love the show. Love the show. Anonymous.
Wow. Well, I have to say, I can't even begin to understand what it would be like to have a twin.
Mm-mm.
An exact replica of you running around and
Mm-hmm.
fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an evil clone.
The only twins I know, the Sklars, seem to be in love with each other.
Yes.
I'm sure they fight, but they get along more than they fight.
They
seem
have to.
Yeah. But they're different guys.
Yeah.
For sure. They really are. But this is the same advice. Family, I mean, we talk about this all the time. Sometimes your fucker is in your family.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to create some boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, your brother sounds like a Fox News host.
We find out Tucker Carlson has a twin brother. That's what he's fucking hitting us up about. It's Jake and Tucker Carlson, the twins.
Yeah. I hate when people. It's bullies are the people that will tell you that you're too sensitive.
It's true. You do it to me all the time.
I've never told you you're too sensitive. I'm more sensitive than you are.
True. That's true.
But I think. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I mean, you know, it seems like you're because he's so loud. He's a loud, boisterous one that you feel like you can't, if you say something, yes, it's going to start a fight. So it seems like you then become fearful of saying anything, and that you're writing in to figure out what to do so you don't have these interactions. And it feels like regardless of what we tell you to do, it's going down that way because Mike seems to be tearing the relationship down on purpose. So we could tell you to stand up for yourself and or say nothing. There's a myriad of things that we could tell you to do, but Mike ultimately is showing you what he wants from the relationship. He wants to be, he wants to be the big brother that tells you to shut your yapper and not be so sensitive. And he'll contradict himself along the way. So you have to ask yourself, how important is your relationship with Mike? And what are you willing to either put up with or give up? I think, because we could tell you to tell him to fuck off or stand up for yourself. But I mean, how often I wouldn't want to, if my brother and I constantly bickered and were shitting, he shit on me all the time. And I just like, anytime I said something, it turned into him getting mad at me. I wouldn't be I would just stop I would stop calling, and I wouldn't be cutting him off, but I'm like, I don't fucking know what I do to him to piss him off this much. I'm not sure what it is about me that sets off my brother, but I'm not, fuck him. I don't need this. And he can contact me when he wants to do something. But if Mike,
I agree with that. He has said, I am this old and I'm not changing. Yeah. This is who I am. So he's giving you his bottom line. Mm-hmm. And he's also saying, I'm not listening.
Right.
I'm not listening to a word you're saying. I'm not listening. I have no time for you. Mm-hmm. And so that is not a relationship in and of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've said this many times. Friend, the family, romantic, and business related, everyone has to earn your respect and love, and your admiration for them is not just handed to them because you're related to them. I can't emphasize this enough. They don't deserve, like we've talked about many times with people in general, nobody deserves anything, but especially if they're your family, they don't get carte blanche on your feelings and your devotion. They don't just get to have it. They have to earn it too. And if he's lost it, you have just as much control as him in this situation. So if he wants it, I would take steps to say, hey man, I'm not fucking with you anymore. And if you want to have a relationship with me, these are the things I need. You don't want to give them to me? Fine. But you have to protect yourself. And you're going to have a miserable existence trying to figure out how to please him. And I wouldn't even bother with it. So
yeah, I agree with that. Hopefully that helps, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
This is the theme song for What Does This Mean song. The theme song for What Does This Mean song. We'll read a self-help quote, and they're definitely not memes. Memes are something completely different than quotes. Quotes are supposed to help you through all the bullshit in your life. And memes are like that poster of that cat hanging from a tree. And it says, hang in there, baby, or Monday. Am I right? Mondays, am I right? So if you can think of a different title, then we'll probably change it.
What does this mean? This is the part of our show, inspirational quotes. They fill you up or they deplete you. Do they make you feel like you can conquer the world? Does it make you feel like you want to fight your twin brother?
Here's the thing. Will this be your next tattoo? That's what I like. These are so great. You're like, is this going to be my next tattoo? You know, the one that you write in script under your ribs?
Yeah.
See a few stamps.
Yeah,
and
dude.
A lot of the porn stars have just some script under your ribs.
I did a tattoo that said on a guy's forearm the other day that said "Sky's the limit," and he gave it to me, and "skies" was spelled wrong. And I said, "You want it to spell it the other way?" And he goes, "Nope." So he has skies. Sky's the limit. SKY''S.
That's incredible.
It's on my Instagram. I was like, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yeah." And I'll never forget it as long as and it also took like 3 hours because he wanted shading. There's clouds around it. He wanted stars. Dude, halfway through, I'm like, I'm exhausted. This is exhausting. Oh, it was the best.
That's incredible. That. And but it says SKY''S.
Yeah. And it's another guy's tattoo. So it was another guy's tattoo.
So it's sky possessive.
Skies, like it's a guy's name or a girl's name. Sky's the limit.
Unreal.
The artist formerly known as Sky's the Limit. He was 18. It was so funny. He's like, "This is my first tattoo," and I go, "I can tell." Shit, man. All right.
Like, I almost wonder, like, if you could say, "Look, man, it's part of my tattooing creed, but I will not tattoo misspellings." Like, you're new to it, so you kind of gotta. It's like a shitty road gig. You got to do it because you're new, and so you're taking in. You'll write anything.
Yes.
You write skis are the limit.
Dude. God, yeah, I can't wait. There's a bunch of things I've done that I haven't posted that I've just I've kind of hated. I hated what people have came to me with, and it's like I've done a lot of palm trees. people love to come to San Diego from out of town, come to the shop and go, can we all get, and it's always a family. It's always some family or friends that come in like, can we get a bunch of palm trees? Because we're here in San Diego and we have a good time. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And everyone's like, I'm so bad. And the people that take forever to get the smallest thing, and they're like, it's so funny because like everyone in the shop is covered in tattoos in some way. So then we're all just looking at them like, bro, a lot of us will just write random shit on our thighs. So hurry up. What do you want? Anyway, but will you get this? What's that?
No, I just said amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. So will you get this tattooed? This might be the new segment, the new title segment of segment 2. Will you get this tattooed on your body? Let your smile change the world, but don't let the world change your smile.
Are you going to start?
Yeah. So I tattoo it on myself right now live on the show. Thank you, Zach. That was inspiring. I got 2. One's long. One deep talk and apology can fix a lot of shit, but people ain't mature enough for that.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's somehow long and
written in a prison yard. It's written in a prison yard.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right, I got another one. When things change inside you, things change around you.
I mean, that's not a bad meme.
Not at all.
That's not a bad meme. That's not a bad meme.
Would you get it tattooed on you?
It's kind of true.
Yeah.
No.
God.
No.
Somebody sent me, before we move on to another meme, I've been getting people going on dates with or going on like cruises or whatever. I'm trying to find it, but somebody sent me that there is a silent date on a cruise where you go in and you're quiet, but they play like they have all these like electronic lights going on, and you can like paint yourself up, but you're like dead quiet. You can dance if you want. Fuck, where is it? This girl was like so hyped to send it to me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Going to Mexico this summer. This comes from a woman named Miranda. She's like, going to Mexico this summer, and the resort we're staying at offers an entire silent party. Not just a silent date, my friends. A silent party.
God, I can't think of anything worse.
Yeah, you don't like parties, let alone the idea that you have to be.
I live on a party now. I live on a party. I go to get food, and people are dancing in line like they're learning a dance that's being taught to them. And it's like 3/4 of the ship, and they're all dancing. I've never, like in my mind, I've never thought to myself, fuck, I would love to go dance right now. I would love to go learn a dance with half the ship.
Yes. Yes.
And they love it. People love it. I'm living on a party now all the time.
Yeah. Why don't you go?
Oh, because I can't.
Come on. This one's located at the Prelude Plaza. You can go to a glow silent party where you wear headphones. She says it actually sounds kind of fun. It's great because there are 3 DJs, and if you don't care for one song, you switch a button on your headphones and dance to one of the other DJ options. Your headphones light up red, blue, or green so you can see which song that other people are listening / dancing to. It's a blast, from a post I found about it. So she didn't write this. She said this is from the post. From a post I found about it. So somebody's like, really, dude, that's got to be fucking so weird. That part of it is so weird to like put on headphones, 3 DJs playing completely different music. So you got to find you got to remember, dude, I think I might have ADHD. My girlfriend keeps like, she thinks from being with me that it's almost possible I have ADHD because of how like erratic I am. So I would have to, first of all, remember what color my fucking headphones were. Then I got to go find the person who has the same color headphones and match what they're dancing to, because it's going to be like a completely, what if you walk up to somebody, they got green, you think you got green, but you got red, and they're dancing to some like jam and you're slow dancing and it just doesn't match up. Oh God, what a nightmare. I'm so down to do it. I would do that in a fucking heartbeat.
Well, I think you should.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And then
I think they actually had that on one of the boats I was on.
Really?
Yeah. I think I remember something about headphones and quiet. I didn't pay any attention.
Donna sent one to DTBFF podcast on Instagram, excuse me. And she says, I created this poll for my Hinge profile trying to find another listener. She wants to find another DTBFF listener on Hinge in her area. It says to choose our first date, coffee, drinks, or the silent date. Bro.
I mean, it's taken off. It's on Hinge.
Donna, you just made my fucking day. Are you shitting me? That's amazing. And it would be even more amazing if she met somebody and then they got fucking married. Oh, God. And they had a silent wedding.
And you tattoo palm trees on them?
I would tattoo so many palm trees on them. They look like a fucking leopard with just palm tree spots. I would put, and they'd be free. I'll tattoo you, Donna. If you get married from meeting this another listener, dude, tattoos for free, baby. I'll give you whatever you want.
All right. Okay. I have one. So I follow Nikki Sixx, the bass player of Motley Crue. I guess because I like him. He's not super cool. Like, he's not Lewis Hamilton. He's not Tom Brown.
Nobody
He's not
is.
Vivian Westwood. So he's not cool.
No.
But he's kind of cool. He's done some cool things.
Sure.
The band's decent.
Yep.
I can get down with some Motley Crue.
Yeah.
He's a kind of funny guy. So this is the meme he posted. I don't think he wrote it, but he says, when you're dead, you don't know you're dead. The pain is felt by others. The same thing happens when you're stupid.
Oh, from your lips to God's ears. Holy shit, that's so true.
I loved it. I was like, that was great. It's a little bit long. Well, it's about the right length for, a rib tattoo in cursive. Do you think people even know?
Dude,
do you know? I was thinking about this the other day. People don't write anymore.
Yeah, no, it's not really a thing.
Like, I don't think people learn to write. I mean, everybody does end up printing or learning. Like, my kids both write, and one of them has pretty good handwriting. Mighty's is sort of wonky, but they never practiced it, and they never had to do it once they got out of the primary grades, where they still teach it because they got to fucking do something. Yeah, and I guess we need to print and shit if the grid goes down.
Yeah. So there's just going to be like
there's
going to be a whole generation of people who just like have the worst handwriting.
The worst. And they don't care.
Yeah, I have really, really pretty handwriting because I would get bad grades and then I would be forced to have my bring my report card home, but I didn't want to show my parents my progress, so I practiced my mom's signature because she has really pretty handwriting, and I would forge my report cards. So now, as a result, I have the prettiest, girliest handwriting you ever seen in your entire life.
I love good handwriting. I have my friend Eric has amazing printing. Like his letters, it looks like a font, and mine is like a guy with ADHD. I'm curvy and big, and I can never get all the letters in. I can't even get my own name to fit in a space because my letters are too big. Like I'm just.
Yeah, I will edit the video version of the show, and for a few weeks I was clearing Greg Behrendt no problem. Didn't even think twice about it. Always looked good, never had a problem. And then, dude, the other day, I couldn't spell your fucking name for shit. It was driving me nuts. I'm like, where's the H and the D? I can't figure this out. And I had to Google you a couple times.
I have that with my own wife's last name because Ruotola, and I always write ROU, and then Brian Posehn. I can never get Brian Posehn's name right.
Yeah, Posehn, that's a hard one too.
Yeah, I have him in my phone as the Piranha because that's what he called. That's what he called himself when he started stand up.
That's great.
That was like in the era when Bobcat was a big deal, and Brian called himself the Piranha, and I wanted to call myself Skullcandy the Impaler. And I'm really glad I didn't.
Man, I really wish I would have been around in your time. Everyone just wants to be known for themselves.
Because it was like Bobcat and Tomcat. It was Tom Kenny and Dice.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody had like a moniker, like they were a band almost.
What a time to be alive.
It was fun, man. I am writing about that stuff in the book, and I do love that.
That sounds,
I'm writing about the comedy stuff because it's interesting. And I knew a lot of very famous people, and I started with a lot of very famous people. And I fucked a lot of famous people. All right.
Oh. Confetti gun, confetti gun, confetti gun.
I'm ready to go on Rogan.
All right, segment 3. Dude, I completely forgot about this, but do you guys remember, I don't know if I showed you or you guys remember this, I found a video on TikTok of a guy who's dressed exactly like Tony Stark, but if you were to put him through the washing machine and then let him air dry outside, he just doesn't look right. And he's in a motel, or he's like in a hotel banquet space, and he's giving a life coach meeting or whatever. He's having what do we call him?
Motivational speaker.
Yeah, he's a motivational speaker. He's having a workshop. He's there with it's like all like men, all white men, but they're spread out. It's like not full. And he's giving this thing about how he's like, what if I said I don't like your blue hair? And then it's like a minute-long clip because I say I don't like your blue hair. And he's like, but why would it hurt your feelings when you don't have blue hair, right? And he's like, yeah, that's how you should treat life in general. Like people's comments, hateful comments about you, like they're not true. And I'm like, yeah, but people don't comment on things that aren't true to hurt. If people don't make up things in the comment sections to hurt your feelings, obviously if they don't. So this is how I responded, because I thought it was so stupid. And it had like this inspirational music behind it. I just remember like watching it going like, this is bad life advice. This is bad self-help because it's nothing. It doesn't make any sense. Obviously, if you're making fun of something about me that's I know to be untrue, why would it hurt my feelings? That's just bad advice. So I say that thinking nothing of it. It doesn't even really get that many views on TikTok or Instagram, but I'm at Madhouse Comedy Club like 3 months ago, and a follower of that guy, a woman, which I thought was strange, comes up to me and started being like, "Yo, dog, it was fucked up what you said." That guy changed.
No.
Yeah. I had to have her like jog my memory. And then she told me, and I was like, "Oh yeah." And I go, "Oh fuck." She goes, "Yeah, that guy saved my life. He like changed my perspective on things." And I was like, "Oh, great. That's so good."
That's hilarious.
Yeah, she like recognized me. I'll go back. I can't.
You don't have to find it right now, but repost it.
Yeah,
repost it this week or when this airs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah. Because I also think I brought it up on the show as a way to talk about it. Like the reason I was picking it apart, because I'm like, it's nothing. Like these people are paying for help, and it just doesn't sound like help. It sounds like nonsense. And that was my whole point. But then she was like, she had seen me, I guess, a couple times at Madhouse and had avoided me. And then this time she worked up the courage because she thought we were going to get into a fight. Like I was going to really argue my point. But she was like, he changed my life. And I took a second to be like, okay, now I know what's going on. And I go, that's great. I'm glad they helped. And then it completely deflated her like momentum. I'm like, good. If he helped you, great. That's good. That's all I care about. If he can actually help people, that's cool.
I can remember a couple times when the book came out, people would come to book signings. I remember I was at a book fair to challenge me.
Mm-hmm.
Like to say, well, he did this, this, and this, and now we're married. So he was into me. And I'd be like, that's amazing. It just isn't usually the case, but what a great story.
Yeah.
And they would be like, wah, wah.
Exactly. Yeah. I tried to, and I like how I always explain the show to anybody who's ever interested, like who wants to listen, like after shows, when I mention the podcast or whatever, I like let people know, like, yeah, we're self-help, but we also aren't experts on anything. And in general, nobody is. And so the show doesn't sell you on, we don't have a to-do list of how not to take bullshit from fuckers or how to better your life. It's just like, like you're also listening to our own progress. We're almost 190 episodes, almost 200 episodes in. And you're actually listening to us hear your problems, then we do the advice, we give you the advice, and then we later will be presented with a similar issue. And then we have to listen to our own advice, otherwise we'll be hypocrites. And it's difficult sometimes to just be like, fuck, I did say I should probably do this thing, so I should probably do it myself.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So I just like wanted that lady to know, like, hey man, I'm glad I'm wrong. That's cool.
Yeah, if it works for you, I'm not going to take it from you. If you paid $500 or whatever it is to listen to Matthew McConaughey tell you how to JK living and not tell you, but first you have to be really good looking. To get advice from a guy who never really, I'm sure he struggled. There's no way to take the struggle out of any existence.
Mm-hmm.
But come on. That guy's got a few breaks because of his fucking face.
Yeah, of course. We've asked you to review the show. Speaking of giving us praise for everything we do and how we've changed your lives and how we're infallible, I would say that we deserve the 5-star review we just got from a listener.
And if you give us a 5-star review, we'll read it.
Of course. And this review comes from Money in Time, is their handle. 5 stars. Says, what are you doing? Why are you here reading the reviews when you should be listening to this podcast, especially if you want to learn the right way to eat spaghetti? Thanks, Pat.
Nice. Nice. I love that Pat's in there.
I can't wait for people to be like, okay, it's called Don't Take Bullshit from Fuckers. Is it a food show? Hosted by a guy named Pat? Is it Pat from SNL, Pat? Is this their new show? Over in our Discord, DTBFF podcast, which is what it is on everything. Instagram, our Gmail, dtbffpodcast@gmail.com, Instagram, and Patreon, patreon.com/dtbff podcast. But over on our Discord, which you should be joining if you haven't already, just some anonymous Martin in the What Does This Mean section sent a little blurb here, a list that says, welcome to the Alpha Zone, 40 absurdly masculine takes that our dear Spaghetti Pat has taken, read, and is going to read some of them back. Greg and I haven't heard these yet.
No.
So this will be the first time we're hearing these.
But we may already live them.
Yes, very true. Knowing us.
Well, we can start with the one that Martin actually sent us. This one is, men should not have a soup ever. Soup is not for men.
Yeah. Let's come down on that side of things.
Is it the slurping? Is it the blowing of the soup before you put it in your mouth?
Is it the fact that it's the lack of sustenance? Like there's a lack of meat, I think, in a soup sometimes. Although there are meat, but
yeah. Does stew count? I know it's a different S, but is stew part of soup? Stew's great. You get like a beef soup, a filet mignon stew. Does that count if it has big chunks of ham in it? What about taco soup? It's got like shredded chicken. It's really good. It's got corn. I love taco soup. Can we have it if it was already a thing that men eat? Like if it's a thing that men deem okay to eat, if we turned it into a soup, can we have it? Is it okay to eat it if it used to, if it had a family?
Oh, no.
I think if you can shoot it, you can soup it.
I can't wait to eat pigeon soup.
Mm.
Oh, fuck.
What about the pigeons we got? What about the squirrels? We got no deal with them.
We had a deal. I just stuck some pigeons in the park. Ow. Oh, fuck. The no soup thing is really funny. It's really funny.
So stupid. We also have from Hot Masculine Takes, men shouldn't cry unless there's a death of a loved one or a serious tragedy. And even then, it should be discreet. The modern mental health propaganda telling men it's okay to cry is harming them because they not only lose respect from others, they lose respect for themselves.
I wish I could work up a good cry right now.
No, I was actually, does it count if you're tearing up from the last funny thing you heard about soup? What if If they're out of soup, can I cry then? I cried watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. What if it's over? What if you're crying over something nerdy?
Don't tell me. Don't say it.
I'm not going to tell you anything, but there's just
I like to go in fresh.
It doesn't have anything to do with the plot.
We've also got from the list of hot masculine takes, nature is clear. Women ought to have long hair and men short. Long hair on a woman is her glory. Long hair on a man is a disgrace.
Really? I don't have anything to add in this for the hair part.
Yeah, so. Me neither.
I get it.
I feel like I should weigh in.
We've also got, this one's from the Hot Masculine Takes list from a poster called Carnivore Aurelius. Ugh. Boys want arm candy. Men want someone who isn't on birth control, is a loving, graceful, who wants to buy a farm, start homesteading, homeschool the kids, who's obsessed with cows, and is dying to make fresh breast milk ice cream.
Love, Nick Cannon.
Oh, fuck. Wait a minute. She has to love cows? Why is that part of it?
I don't know.
Why does she have to love cows? I'd get it if it was, I would get this if it was like she has to love horses, because that seems like a stereotypical girl thing to like. Like, I want a pony, or I like horses. She has to love cows, otherwise you're a little bitch for it. You're a little pussy. Look, dude, I did everything on the list, but my girl likes horses. What do you want from me? It's like, you're not allowed. You're no man.
You fucking cuck.
Yeah, you beta bitch. Dude, I eat my wife's breast milk ice cream. Why? I did everything except the horse. She likes horses. I can't. She won't let any cows on the farm. On this farm I wanted, I guess. Wait a minute. Do I have to live in a town? Don't you? If you live on a farm, don't you live far away? Live far away from a town. So arm candy. None of this applies. It doesn't. Because if I want arm candy, I'd want to live in a city where everyone can see how hot my girl is. But if I'm on a farm, what's the difference?
Well, here's another one. This one comes from the poster Modern Alpha Male.
Yeah.
If your friends aren't talking about money, wisdom, future, business, or escaping the Matrix, you're with the wrong people.
Oh, fuck. I hate all those topics.
Yeah. My friends talk about all those things. Why are we so dumb? Why don't we have any money? Do you think we're going to be all right in the future? Are we 86 from this business? And some of my friends do think we're in the Matrix. But I can't really do anything about that. I like to go in fresh.
I like to go in fresh.
We've also got, now this one is from a lady poster. A lady poster. Okay. I'm 23 and I hate dating in this generation. Chivalry is dead. Masculinity is called toxic when it's actually the foundation of the world. Men like Elon Musk are vilified while wimps like Zelensky are lionized. I'm going to start a podcast soon. Follow me for when it starts.
Who is...
I want to hear her podcast so bad.
I know. I got to hear it too.
That's incredible.
What did Elon do? What is Elon doing that's so masculine? Just making... buying Twitter?
He's an alt-right fucko.
Yeah, but when I think of like
and
masculine,
Zelensky, the poison that has seeped into this country, and the fact that people are pulling for Russia.
Oh, I
mean, we've really gotten backwards.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. It's like the people that were rooting for the Nazis, and I think are still rooting for the Nazis.
Yeah, that's a thing that's pretty mind-boggling to me, Nazi-wise. How is that not like just illegal? You know, like how can you consider yourself a red-blooded American? You know, take that stance of being an American while also being like, you know, Hitler had some good ideas. He was trying to conquer America. He was trying to conquer the whole world. We're part of that. We're part of the world. You know, how it's not. I don't understand how neo-Nazism is just so like readily out. Like it's just like nothing that can be stopped. It's just a thing that we all have to like live with. Just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Absolutely. Anyway, sorry. It's a thought I've always had in my head.
Well, I think we can close it out with this one. This is easily one of the most absurd on here. It was reposted by Retention Kings on Twitter. Now, the retention movement is an anti-masturbation movement for men. I looked it up.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm right there with you.
And this quote is from Bhakti Vikasa Swami. Semen retained in the body goes upwards to nourish the brain, rendering the body robust and the memory and intellect sharp.
No.
Do you remember when there was science?
Yeah.
Like real science?
Yeah, like when it was taught.
Well, and also it was just facts.
Yeah.
Whereas now it doesn't matter. The facts don't win.
No. Also, I feel like, and I'm no scientist, and I will still take the opposition for this because I feel like this you could debunk this pretty quickly. Sperm, whether it goes up into the brain or not, it doesn't nourish. It clogs up everything. You can't get shit done. Get that semen out of your body, you fucking weirdo. You know how many projects you would get done if you just jerked one off and then went on with your day? You'd be so much more relaxed and you wouldn't be writing crazy shit because you wouldn't have sperm clogging up all the fucking synapses in your brain.
But here's what I feel about that movement. I'm pleased about it because I want those people to receive as little joy as possible.
That's true.
Yeah. If you're depriving yourself of, I'm not going to say the single greatest thing, but it's very high on a list of what's great.
It goes soup.
Soup is first.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So do it to yourself. Do it to yourselves, boys. Go find your incel brothers. And have a circle don't. Go to the woods. Sit in a circle. Pull your pants down and don't. Show everybody you're flaccid. If you got a boner, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And isn't this crazy to think that the Mormons are more progressive than these guys? Mormons have invented soaking, which is, I would put it on the list of things that is just good old-fashioned fun to do. It's weird. It's super weird, and it requires a whole team. You need to get so many of your closest friends to keep a secret. Just move the bed around so somebody can seem like they're fucking without angering God, and these guys don't even want to jerk off. They don't even believe in God, and they still don't want to just, you don't want to come. Greg, you're so right. It's just like when you found it, that became your life forever. And I'm saying your, but I do mean me. It's just like part of me. It's just who I am. It's that whole Seinfeld episode. It's like, we have to do it. It's part of our lifestyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, don't.
That's our show.
Mm-hmm.
Feel free to jerk off during our show, after our show, whenever you want.
Yeah.
I don't think because of our show.
No.
But
like if at some point the whole jerk off conversation for some reason made you and your partner go, we should be fucking. I would love the idea that a couple who's listening to the show together decided we're going to fuck while Kane pitches all the ways that you can support the show. So while you guys are trying to get close to finishing, you could go to patreon.com/DTBFF podcast and you can check us out there. Just $1 to or $5 to get bonus episodes and video versions of the show. You can follow the show at DTBFF podcast. Email the show, dtbffpodcast@gmail.com. Join the Discord, DTBFF podcast. You can follow me at Kane Holloway.
It's ckers.
I'm at DTBFF producer Pat.
Also, just real quick, Going Dutch, my dating comedy show, is coming to Backyard Kitchen and Tap in Pacific Beach, San Diego, May 25th, 8 p.m. Please buy tickets and come out if you're a San Diego fan listener. And that's it. So you can also call into the show. What's that number, Pat?
That number is 323-379-5544.
Don't take bullshit from fuckers.
Fuck them.
Hey there, if you like the show, you can find bonus episodes and more at our Patreon at patreon.com/DTBFF podcast. And then rate the show 5 stars on iTunes because it's the right thing to do. All music by the Rating Monarchs, produced by Patrick Kelly.
Here's what we got. Greg has had it. False sense of what's funny. You don't usually use a credit card in the kitchen. Your brother sounds like a Fox News host. Will this be your next tattoo? Sky possessive. Skis the limit. Written in a prison yard. I live on a party. I had to Google you. Skullcandy the Impaler. I'm glad I'm wrong. If you can shoot it, you can soup it. Or have a circle, don't.
Oh my God.
So many good ones.
There's so many good ones.
There are some good ones.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I like either skis the limit. If you can shoot it, you can see.
Yeah, I like both of those. And I like what was the last one?
Yeah, I was going to say, here's the ones that spoke to me were written in a prison yard. If you can shoot it, you can soup it, and have a circle, don't.
Circle, don't. It's so funny. Have a circle, don't.
So stupid.
It is.
I'm going to talk about that. I'm gonna make that a bit.
That's
Absolutely.
sweet.
Absolutely.
Oh.
What do we think? If you can shoot it, you can soup it, or have a circle. Okay, the soup it. That's good.
I don't know. It feels like any one we pick, the other one would have been better.
Yeah. Well, the other ones will end up in the show notes in my description.